one single rotary motion. Then you have to identify first your client by looking at the head part, foot part, side part, or just looking simply the ID bracelet of your client. Then you have to check the vital signs of the client. So why you have to check the temperature? So you have to check the temperature first for you to know if there's any contraindication in your procedure of batting, okay? So assuming that the baby is in a well condition, so you can now go to your station again, and you have to gather now your material. So we have here your large basin or large tub. We have your back support, your two clean large towels. We have also your rubber sheet. So the rubber sheet or the mat will serve as a barrier to the sink because the sink is considered as cold. Then we have your two small basins here. I have here my distilled water, cotton balls, and there's empty receptacle. We have your bath paraphernalia, including your bath thermometer. I have here also my diaper cloth, a diaper pins, and then we have the pajama, the bonnet, the mittens, the booties. So we have the mittens to avoid scratching of their face and injury in their eyes. So we have also your double-breasted shirt. I have here my bib if your baby is about to feed, and we have here your blanket. Okay, I have also a truss bin nearby. And then after gathering the materials, you can now place or add water on your basin. So you make sure that you have the correct temperature of water in it. Okay, so how will you check the temperature using your bath thermometer? So the correct temperature should be 38 to 40.5 degrees centigrade or 98 to 100.5 degrees Fahrenheit. So check the water temperature. So but if the bath thermometer is not available, you can use your elbow to check the water if it's okay with the baby. Okay? So now you have to unfold your towels. So you have to unfold it gently. Do not shake or jerk your towels to avoid the contamination. Make sure that you will spread evenly your towels to avoid make sure that you will cover the baby's body evenly. Okay? Then before you get the baby, you make sure that the room is well lighted. You close the door and the windows to avoid chilling to the baby. And then you turn off the AC or any electric fan if there's any running. Then you have to make sure that the room temperature is okay with the baby. Okay? So we are now done in gathering the materials. You can now get the baby on the crib. So in getting the baby on the crib, you make sure that you will slide your arms around the baby's head and neck, and you have to support the back of the baby. You make sure that you will carry the baby near onto your body. Okay? Then go to your station, place the baby on the first large clean towel. You make sure that you will wrap the baby immediately to avoid chilling. So first, we're going to start in cleaning the mouth, okay? So in cleaning the mouth, I have here my 4 washcloth, no? 4 washcloth. And then in cleaning the mouth, I'm not going to use the cotton balls, okay? So the cotton balls might cause infection to your baby because some of the fibers of cotton balls might leave on the mouth, okay? As well as in the eyes, okay? So instead, I'm going to get a washcloth, and then I'm going to use my index finger. Okay, I'm just going to dip it into the water and then squeeze the excess, not onto the water. Okay, and then you have to support the head of the baby. You have to clean for the mouth, the gums, the teeth, the palate. Okay, and then the tongue. Okay, and the cheek inside. Okay, then if you want to repeat the procedure, you just have to use another clean side of your towel, and then dip into the water, squeeze the excess, and then clean it again from the tongue, the palate, the gums, the teeth, the tongue, okay, and then the cheek. Then this one should be discarded on the laundry hamper nearby. Now I'm going to clean now the eyes first, okay? So in cleaning the eyes, I'm going to use again the washcloth. So you make a mitt on your hand. Make sure that there's no loose ends on your mitt to make sure that there's no contamination of other part of it. So this one should be dip into the water on the distilled water, okay, squeeze the excess. So you have to use the this side and the other side of it, no? So you have to clean the eyes from the inner to outer canthus. So one stroke only, okay? So you can use the other side of your washcloth to clean the other side, inner to outer canthus in one stroke only. If you see any castration of it, just leave it there. It will go. It will gone away, and if you're going to bath the baby every day, okay? Then, if you want to repeat the procedure, you can do so po. No? This one should be discarded again to the laundry hamper nearby. And now we're going to proceed in cleaning the nose. So, if you don't have any cotton buds, okay, you just have to get your cotton ball, dip into the water. So, you have to make a wisp, okay? Make a wisp on your cotton ball. And then, you just have to support again the head. So you have to clean the nostril of the baby in a circular motion until the dirt is removed. And then if you wanted to use the other side, just dip into the water, squeeze the excess, and then you have to clean the other side in a circular motion again. Discard this on the empty receptacle. So if you have cotton buds, just use it. No? Kung meron man po kayo nakita dito sa ano natin. Okay? So you just have to dip into the water, squeeze the excess water, and then you have to clean it the outer surface of your nostril na. Outer surface lang po, no? Then discard. Now we're going to proceed in cleaning the face. So in cleaning the face, I'm going to make to get another clean washcloth. So I'm going to dip it into the water, squeeze the excess. So I will not apply soap on the face of the baby to avoid the irritation, okay? So I'm going to make a meat on my hand again. So I'm going to show you the 3 patterns in cleaning the face. So we have the S, the C, and the Z pattern. So only expose the part you're going to be clean. So we have your C pattern. So from the forehead down to the cheek, to the chin, to the neck, back of the ear, and then the ear. Okay, then same procedure on the other side. Forehead, down to the cheek, to the chin, to the neck, back of the ear, and then the ear. Okay, for the S pattern, from the forehead, down to the cheek, to the nose bridge, cheek, chin, neck, back of the ear, and then the ear. Same procedure on the other side. Forehead, cheek, nose bridge, cheek, chin, neck, back of the ear, and then ear. Then for the Z pattern, we have your forehead, cheek, upper lip, cheek, chin, neck, back of the ear, and then the ear. Then same procedure on the other side again. Forehead, cheek, upper lip, cheek, chin, neck, back of the ear, and then the ear. And you can also clean the ear separately by using the cotton buds or cotton balls, no? But you make sure that you will clean only the upper surface of your ear, because if you're going to clean deeper, it might cause infection to the baby, okay? Then this one should be discarded on the laundry hamper nearby again. Okay, so now I'm going to proceed in cleaning the head. Okay, in cleaning the head, you should position the baby on a football hole. Okay, so you have to expose again the part that you have to clean. So you have to remove the towel on the head. So you make sure that it will also close the ears of the baby by using the cotton balls, or you can just fold it. Okay, so the body must higher than the head. So this one is for rinsing, and this rinsing. This one is for rinsing. This one is for soaping. So you have to wet first the baby's head gently. Okay, then apply soap or apply shampoo on the scalp of the baby. So you have to lather it gently. Okay, then if you're going to rinse it, you have to rinse it with a second basin. Okay, make sure that all the suds is removed. Okay, so after cleaning it, you have to remove the cotton balls first, discard, then you can use this towel to dry the hair of the baby, okay? So place the baby again on the sink and then dry. Or if you don't want to use this, just use another clean washcloth to dry the hair of the baby. Okay, pat it dry. Then discard on the laundry hamper. So you have to brush the hair gently. So if the brush is not available, you can use your fingertips, no? But make sure that your fingernails are well trimmed. Okay? So you have to cover again the head of the baby to avoid chilling. So before I totally or completely undress the baby, I have to check first the diaper. Okay? So you have to expose only the part that you have to clean. So only the lower extremities, remove the pajama, discard to the laundry hamper. Then if you see any fecal material, all you have to do is to get a cotton balls, dip into the water, squeeze the excess, then you have to clean it from the front to back, okay, in one stroke only. Discard the used cotton ball together with the diaper, okay. Then get another one to clean the other side, one stroke only, discard. Then clean the center, and then discard. Then you have to roll it gently. Then place this now to the trash bin nearby. And now I'm going to undress the baby. So you can now uncover the baby. So you have to untie the strings of the dress. So before you start bathing the baby, here you have to observe first the skin of the baby for any kind of lesions or rashes. Okay? So this one should go to the laundry hamper. So if there's any signs of rashes or lesions, all you have to do is to avoid applying soap on that area. Why? To avoid the further irritation of the skin of the baby. Okay? So if there is no rashes or lesion, you can proceed in bathing the baby. So you can wet the baby's body, but first you have to support the head. Okay? So you have to rinse the baby. You have to wet the baby's body first. Okay? Make sure that all the things you needed is within your reach. Okay? So you have to apply a small amount of soap, lather on the chest of the baby, circular motion, up to their abdomen, and also to the arm, forearm, hand, and to the armpit. Arm, forearm, hand, and the armpit. Don't forget to apply soap also on the thigh, leg, feet, and to the groin. Okay? The other side, thigh, leg, feet, and to the groin. And also, we're going to wash the back. Okay? Apply a small amount of soap and then lather on the back up to the buttocks. Okay? And then now we're going to rinse the baby. So if you're going to rinse the baby, we're going to place the baby here now on the large basin with the back support. Even though that you have the back support, always make sure that you will support the head of the baby to avoid drowning. Okay? Again, never leave the baby alone or attended while they are bathing. Okay? So make sure on this moment you're rinsing now the baby. You can make sure that the baby is enjoying this moment, so you can talk and play with the baby. Okay? Like goo goo dada. Okay? And then after all the suds is removed, you can now place the baby on the next clean large towel. Okay? So you make sure that you will cover immediately the baby to avoid chilling. So you can now dry the baby's body. Just pot it dry. Okay? Pot it dry. And then now we're going to clean the genitalia. Okay? One of the dirtiest part of the body, which is the genitalia. Again, you only have to expose the part that you're going to be cleaning. Okay? So in cleaning the female genitalia, first you have to get a cotton ball, dip into the water. So you have to clean it in front to back. Okay? Front to back in one stroke only. Discard. Then use another one. Front to back. Discard. And then don't forget to clean the center. So you have to retract the labia. Then you have to clean from the labia minora front to back. Get another one. Dip into the water. Front to back. And then center. In one stroke only. Discard. Then the anus. Okay? So if you see any vernix on the side of the vagina vagina or in the groin of the baby, you just have to let it there, no? So, yun po yung natatanggal din kapag laging pinaliliguan, okay? Yung baby. Now, if your patient is male and it's not already circumcised, o yung kanina diniscuss ko, circumcised, no? So, if uncircumcised baby, you just have to clean for the urethra, to the corona, to the penis, up to the scrotum. You don't have to retract anything here because there is no foreskin pa. Okay? While your baby with circumcised baby, you just have to clean for the urethral meatus, to the corona, to the glans, penis, up, and then retract the foreskin to clean the foldings on it. And then you have to clean it and then up to the scrotum again. Okay? Dito sa circumcised, we have the foreskin. Okay? This part. So, now I'm going to apply the diaper. So, it's up to you kung ano ang gusto nyo unahin. If you wanted to apply first the dress, then it's okay. If you wanted to apply the diaper cloth first, that's okay then. Why? Kasi we have some rationale po, no? When you are going to dress first the baby, no? Yung katawan niya, the rationale there is to avoid chilling, no? But the rationale, if you're going to apply first the diaper, the baby might get pee or the baby might get poop, no? So, baka mamaya si baby, biglang tumae, malinis na yung damit niya, saka ka palang naglagay ng diaper, no? So, maaaring madumihan po, no? Yung inyo pong mga damit. Okay? So, I have here the 4 foldings of your diaper cloth. So, we have the number 1 is the oblong strip, oblong strip, okay? Okay, then you have to place the buttocks of the baby here, and then you have to pin in 2 pins, okay? 2 pins. Then the same procedure, you just have to twist the front side of your diaper cloth, and then you have to pin it in 2 pins again, okay? So for the third one, we have your simple kite fashion. All you have to do is to di maganda dito. O, kunwari na lang, triangle na siya, no? So, you have to make a triangular shape on your diaper cloth. Yan. And then, you have to place the buttocks of the baby here. You have to cover the genitalia and then both sides and pin it in 1 pin only. Okay? Then, the next one, or the last one, is your the Chinese kite fashion. You just have to fold it in 4 foldings in a square. So, make sure that the opening of your linen should be on the top. And then, get the 2 sides of it. Bring it on the other side to make a triangular shape. Okay? And reverse. Then, the square part on the back should be fold in 3 foldings. And then, this one should be placed on the buttocks here. Then, andito po yung legs. Then, cover the genitalia. And then, you have to pin it in 1 pin only. No? Okay? So, it's up to you. Papakita niyo po sila lahat. Pero, it's up to you ano po yung gusto niyo i-apply. No? So, I'm going to apply the oblong strip. Diba? Oblong strip na to. Then, I have to pin it in 2 pins. Be careful in using pins. Make sure that you will not break the baby. Same procedure on the other side. Again, make sure that you will not pin the skin. Okay, so after pin or after the diaper cloth, you can now expose the baby's body. Okay, we're going to apply first the double-breasted shirt. So get the armhole of your double-breasted shirt. Gently slide the arm of the baby here. Same procedure on the other side. Always support the head of the baby when you are dressing them. Okay, so you have to tie the strings. Then on the side, so in dressing the baby, we have also considerations here. So you have to consider the weather outside, no? If it's too hot, then you don't have to overdress the baby. Why? Because the baby might also feel or may experience also the overheating. Okay? So you have to consider the weather. If it's too cold, then you can overdress by adding pajamas or bonnet, mittens, or booties, okay? Or you can just wrap the baby. So we're going to apply bonnet. So the weather outside is too cold, so you have to add some warmth on their body. So we are applying also mitten to avoid scratching of their face and also injury in their eyes. So when is the best time to cut the nails of the baby? When the baby is asleep. So make sure that if you're applying the booties and also the mittens, it's not too snuggly to wear. Make sure that the feet of the baby might also move freely inside. Okay? Then if my baby is about to feed, I'm going to apply here. So to protect their dress. And then now I'm going to wrap the baby. So assuming that I am in a crib, so I'm going to move the baby on the side of it, and then I'm going to unfold my blanket. Franela. So you have to place the baby on the center of into your blanket. Make sure the baby is evenly covered. Then the head part should be covered also. Okay, so if your baby is done, you can now place the baby on the crib for sleeping. So go to the patient unit again. So you have to bring back the baby in the crib. Make sure the baby is comfortable and safe. Okay. You check the crib. Okay. And then you go to your station again. You discard all the waters that you've used. Don't forget to clean those materials that you've used. Okay. Then you have to bring it back to the proper places. All the used linens and towels should be placed on the laundry hamper nearby. Okay. And discard this on the trash bin. And then you have to go to the station. You have to report that you are done in your procedure. Then don't forget to record all the things that you've done. And then wash your hands again to prevent the spread of microorganisms and infection. That's it.